Hello and welcome to the SWF Universe. I am your commentator, Mazza, the SWF commentator, of course, and I'm about to tell you about one of my favorite StoryManias of all time. This one is absolutely, hands down, one of my favorites. This is probably, for a long time, was hands down the best ever StoryMania I've ever done in my life. It could be argued as the absolute best one. And I'll tell you why here in just a little bit. But let's just go over some of the more basic details of the event. It was done in August 2003, and it was the first one in almost a year. And it was done on Shut Your Mouth for PlayStation 2. I just finished my first college degree, and I was just a couple days away from starting college up again. I did this like right at the end of the summer. I just got it, done in time, and I was ready to play it out and hold the event and everything, and just it was just one of the last things I did, before another, part of my life was about to change significantly, and this one just had it all. It just had it all. Year 3 in the storylines was really good. It moved to Shut Your Mouth on PlayStation 2, and it just, I started introducing all kinds of new characters, and the Dragon Max Blaze, who just won the SWF Championship at the Rumble, Diamond Madano, who Kevin Blaze, Bud Corona 2 Gangsta, and there was just a ton of other calls I'll tell you about that actually haven't even been brought back. But this one was just really special. It was really, really friggin' special. To me, it's a 5-star event. It had it all from top to bottom, and I'm going to go into some significant detail because this one was really, really, really good, and it started off great. And Bud Corona and 2 Gangsta of the Bad Boy Corps defeated Big Show and A-Train to retain the Smackdown. Now it would be called the Stricken Tag Team Championship, but then it was called the Smackdown Tag Team Championship. And Bud Corona and 2 Gangsta led the event off. That was a classic match. It's a good tag team match, and Bud Corona and 2G won. The next match was a classic. It was Kevin Blaze, the Silver Bullet, defeating a character known as Infinity, who was basically Jeff Hardy with a looked like the dude from Final Fantasy with the blonde hair and had the blue cotton candy colored hair, and he was like the spot monkey. But Kevin Blaze knocked his ass off and won the Intercontinental Championship at StoryMania 4. Third match of the night was John Cena in Caw form, actually, because I had to create him. It wasn't in Shut Your Mouth. He defeated a Caw named Afterburner, Booker T, and Chris Benoit to win the U.S. Championship. A character known as the Rebel, who kind of looked like somebody from Korn with glasses and a black hat and a goatee, defeated Kane, the Rebel, and Kane defeated Rhyno and Edge to retain the Raw Tag Team Championship. Also a good match. This next match was one of the best matches of the night, if not the best. Chris Jericho defeated Rob Van Dam in a ladder match. Next match was Triple H with Ric Flair in his corner, defeating Batista with Randy Orton in his corner in a loser leaves evolution match, and that was actually Batista in Caw form as well, and that was a good one as well. Triple H Batista, good match. The next match is arguably the absolute best match in SWF history. Was the Undertaker defeating the Dragon Max Blaze, and this was the first Max Blaze StoryMania match ever. In a hardcore rules match, and this one was extremely insane. They went through every table, they hit finishers constantly, they battled all over the damn arena, and the classic moment of the match was Max Blaze getting on the Undertaker, then the Biker Taker's motorcycle, and driving around the arena. Undertaker knocking Max Blaze off it and dragging Max Blaze around the arena and putting Max through tables and hitting him with tombstones and tombstones and last rides to the table and just beating the hell out of him. And it actually crippled Max Blaze. And Max Blaze was not seen again until midway through year 5, where the rivalry was renewed. But this was match of the year, and was definitely, just something I wouldn't shut the fuck up about for the longest time, about how much I enjoyed that match. But the background of the match was Max Blaze was pretty much SWF champion going into the Rumble, but he lost it to Kurt Angle, so a rematch was set for No Way Out. And Max Blaze's desire was to go to StoryMania main event and be a part of that. But Undertaker interrupted the Angle match, and Max Blaze lost. So this was actually during the Project Mayhem storyline, Jericho, Undertaker, and Angle, and now Cena were all a part of Project Mayhem, and you saw Cena won, Jericho beat Van Dam, now Undertaker beat Blaze. So Project Mayhem was the heel stable going into this StoryMania, and Max Blaze and Undertaker. This was basically really Max Blaze was a heel his whole career, his whole rookie year in year 3, and this was really the first point where Max Blaze became a neutral character and ended up coming back as a face in year 5. The next match was Stone Cold Steve Austin returning to action against the second-year star Diamond Madano. And this was back when Madano wore his Diamond Elvis, white Elvis pants. And this was a classic one. Austin really struggled at the beginning, I remember, and Madano was really schooling Austin. Then Austin just hit his stride and stunned his ass and won. The next match was the SWF Championship. The Rock defeated the champion of the Project Mayhem, Kurt Angle, to win the SWF Championship, and absolute classic. Very pure, excellent match, well paced, everything. I think it was one of the best pure matches in SWF history and StoryMania history for sure. It was a classic. I enjoyed the hell out of it, but The Rock knocked off Project Mayhem's Kurt Angle at the end of the night. The main event, this was August 2003, and this was about 7 months before Brock Lesnar and Goldberg had met in the WWE at WrestleMania 20 and got booed out of the building. But before that, my Caw version of Goldberg fought Brock Lesnar, who was the World Heavyweight Champion. And they had a hell of a match, spanned about 10 minutes. Goldberg put away Brock Lesnar and walked out the champion. And the theme songs were Il Nino, How Can I Live, and Fuel Won't Back Down. And El Nino, How Can I Live, I used to play constantly. I don't know, just that song and this banner, and especially Kurt Angle, I don't know what it is. It's cool when you hear El Nino, How Can I Live, and see the banner, what you see on your screen with Kurt Angle. It just kind of looks cool for some damn reason. I don't know what it is, but it's just like, I don't know, it's just awesome. But that's StoryMania 4, Just Shut Your Mouth. Definitely a 5-star StoryMania for sure.